You have came across a lot of parameters but don't know how a neural network calculates them. Well, I got you covered, because in this video you are going to learn how to calculate the parameters manually and how does a neural network calculate them behind the scenes. Okay, so this is the way I like to say this, because this is a very important concept that people often don't understand, and sometimes it might be turn out to be an interview question. Okay, so how does a neural network calculate the parameters based on the number of the layers and the number of the activation neurons? So it is better that you understand this, because by the end of this video you will be able to calculate the parameters that you define in your neural network very efficiently. So stick to the very end of this video, and if you like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of the updates. Okay, so you can stick up with the new tutorials that are coming. So this is the fourth video in the deep learning for the rookie developers playlist. Okay, so let us get started. So if you remember, in the last tutorial we have covered a simple convolutional neural network that classifies the digits. So today my motive in this video is that to show you how these parameters that you can see over here are calculated. Okay, so it says the convolution layer is 26, 26, 64, and out of nowhere it gives us 640. So how this is really happening, if you would ask me? Okay, so let's say this is the model summary that I am getting. So let me show you with a different perspective. Okay, so I have made a presentation that is going to concisely explain you the insights of it. Okay, so these are basically the filters. Like after the application of the filter, these are the output dimensions that you get in the convolution layer, and these are the parameters. So we are today going to learn the parametric calculation of it. So let's say this is the table, okay, and we have 28 by 28 pixel, okay, because MNIST is 28 by 28 pixel, where I want to classify a digit. Classification of digit I have been covering since the last 3 tutorials. Okay, so you can check the playlist in below, that is in the description box. Okay, I have put the link, you can check it. Okay, those are the earlier 3 videos that I've covered, where I have concisely explained the MNIST. So the way it works is, so layer neuron shape is given, it is very efficiently defined. Okay, so it is 28 by 28, so there are 60,000 training images of 28 by 28 pixels. So the activation shape is 784. Now you may ask, why 784? So 784 it becomes when we multiply 28 by 28 into 1. Okay, so that is 784. So 784 is the activation vector size. Okay, so if you chain it into a vector, these are all of the activation neurons that are engaged with the particular input. Okay, so it is 784, and the parameters learned is 0. Why? Because see, what are parameters? Parameters are basically the features that are learned in a particular neural network. Okay, so parameters determine the amount of activation neurons engaged to each other and amount of information that is gained from the input. So coming back here, we have parameters is equal to 0, and after that we apply our first convolution 2D layer, okay, which has filters 3 by 3 and which are 64 filters. Okay, so after the convergence, you know this algorithm. Okay, I have discussed it in the past, but even today I'll tell you. Okay, so the way we calculate this is, we take the input, that is 28 minus 3, that is the size of the filter, and padding is 0, divided by strides, that is 1 plus 1. So we get 26 by 26 converged image. Okay, so this is where the filters are learning the parameters, and the dimensionality becomes 64. Okay, so 26 by 26 into 64. 64 are the channels where the convolution is stacked. Okay, so this is the formula, like I said. So dimension minus the filter of the dimension plus 2 into padding. So padding was 0 for us, so that gave me 26 by 26 image. So 28 by 28 image was convolved into 26 by 26. So the activation shape, if we multiply these things, becomes 43,264. Okay, this is the way it happens. So 26 into 26 into 64, that is 43,264. And later we have 640 parameters. Now you might be wondering, okay, out of nowhere how it becomes 640. The way parameters are calculated, there is a formula, I'll tell you how. So the way parameters a neural network in the terms of the CNN calculates is, it takes the height of the filter, then it takes the width of the filter, then it takes the number of the filters in the last layer. Okay, number of filters in the last layer plus 1, so that 1 is for bias, into that entire thing into the number of the filters in the current layer. Okay, so 3 into 3, why? Because my filter is 3 into 3, as you can see over here. Okay, so the convolution is using 3 by 3 dimension, 64 filters. So 3 by 3 into 1, why 1? Because I have the number of filters in the last layer, which was the channels of my neural network in the last layer, and that is 1 because it is a grayscale image. Into that entire thing is added with 1, which is my bias, and after that into 64. So 64 is the channels in the current layer. Okay, so that is the dimension, and we get 640. That is the math of calculating the parameters. Now let us move on to the max pooling. Okay, so before we move on to the max pooling, the numbers, the way it came. Okay, so from filter it was taken over here. Okay, so 3 into 1, that is the last channel, plus 1 for bias, and then 64. That gives us 640. Okay, this is the way. I'll obviously put this presentation in the GitHub link. You will also have the source code of this tutorial, and apart from that you are going to have the presentation as well. Okay, in the description below you can check, it is a GitHub link. After that we apply the max pooling layer. So max pooling is used for converging the dimension of the particular image without learning any parameters. So we take only the valuable information that is available to us. So it becomes 13 by 13 into 64. Now you might ask, okay, how? Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, so con 2D dimension that we have minus the pool dimensions divided by strides. So the pooling that I've taken is 2 by 2, and the strides by default the TensorFlow uses is 2. So 26, that is the dimension of the convolized image, minus 2 divided by 2 plus 1. So that gives us 13 by 13 image. Later on these parameters indicate that 10,816. Why? 13 into 13 into 64 gives us 10,816. That is the shape of my activation. So now it is reducing. Later on I flatten it. Okay, so I flatten it. So flattening is basically where I take that max pooling output that I'm getting, and I'm converging it into a long chain of vector of the numbers. Okay, so those numbers are 8,000, I'm sorry, not 8,000, 10,816. Okay, that is the number that I'm getting. So there also the parameters learned are 0. Now comes the dense net, where I have 128 neurons. I am specifying in my dense net where the parameters learned are 1.3,084,000. Okay, so those are a lot of parameters. Now how did I actually calculated these parameters? Now the formula changes over here. Okay, so it doesn't stick the way it was with the convolutional neural network. It uses a standard neural network architecture formula. So the formula is, it takes the current layer neurons, multiply by the previous layer neurons, plus 1 for bias. So plus 1 into the, so the bias is multiplied by the current layer neurons and then added. So 128, that is the current layer neurons that I have, into 10,816, which were the previous layer neurons after flattening, plus 1 into 128. So 1 for the bias into the current layer neurons. So that gives me 1.3 million parameters. Okay, so those are a lot of parameters. And if you would ask me, so I obviously try to improve this CNN in right now, and we will check the parameters once again at last. So right before going over there, these are the numbers that I'm taking. Okay, so and that gives me around 1.3 million parameters. At last I'm using a 10 neuron dense layer, which has the activation as softmax. So that gives me the probability of the number that is going to be predicted. Okay, so we have the activation shape 10, and that applies of the same formula like it did. So current layer neurons into previous layer neurons. So 10 into 128 plus 1 into 10. Okay, so 1 for the bias into the current layer of the neurons, and that gives us 1290. If you are not understanding any of this, I would please recommend you to check the previous tutorial where I have designed a convolutional neural network right from the scratch. Okay, so right from the scratch, I'm in the conceptualization, and then I've implemented it using the TensorFlow. So you can definitely check on that tutorial. Okay, I'll link a card also up, and later on you can check it. So right now we are focusing on the learning the parameters, how the way the neural network calculates them. Okay, so now let us try to improve our neural network in order to change the parameters. Okay, so I have my neural network that I have used in the last tutorial. Okay, so it is, first of all, let me just explain you the code. The code is very basic. Okay, so I am taking the images from the TensorFlow that then I am splitting it into train test split, and then I am applying, so 60,000 training images with 28 by 28 dimension. Okay, so those are actually in the numbers that I am reshaping. Then I am dividing by 255 so that the values are converged between 0 to 1. Then I'm using a sequential model, which is a feed forward neural network, which has the TF layers, convolution where 64 layers, 3 by 3 filters are applied, activation is ReLU, so that after applying the non-linearity, I'll be getting a very efficient image, which is between the 0 and 1. Okay, the values, the activation values, and the input that the network is able to get in the first layer of the convolution is 28 by 28 into 1. So 1 is for the grayscale. After that, I'm applying the max pool, which is 2 by 2. So that is going to help me converge the algorithm. Okay, so it is going to only collect the valuable information that is available. Then I'm flattening it, so that gives me, you remember, 10,816 values. Okay, so 13 into 13 into 64. After that, I'm using a dense layer, so of 128 neurons, applying the ReLU, and finally I'm using a dense net with the 10 features. So 0 to 9 digits will be classified using a softmax with the highest probability winning the case. And then I am just printing on the model.summary, and then I'm compiling it with the loss as the sparse categorical cross entropy, optimize the stochastic gradient descent, matrix is equal to accuracy, and training it for the 5 epochs where I get 96% accuracy. Okay, so now let us try to improve this network by adding more layers, and then we will trace the parameters. So what I'll do is, so if you remember, a particular layer of the convolutional neural network consists of one con 2D layer and one max pool layer. So now let me add one more con 2D layer over here. So I'll say tf.keras.layers.con 2D layers dot con 2D. So here I'll be specifying my filters. So I'll say 64 once again, and I'll apply 3 by 3 filters, and activation I'll be giving it as again ReLU. Okay, but this is not enough. This is not where you stop. You will also have to apply one more max pool layer. So here I'll say tf.keras.layers, tf.keras.layers dot max pool 2D, 2D, where I'll be specifying again 2 by 2. So it is going to take stride. Now let us check how the parameters actually change. All right, so I'll run all the cells. So as you can see, the parameters have changed quite a lot, and I'll explain you how they have changed with the example. Okay, I have a precise explanation of it, and now my model is training. So I just fast forwarded the video, okay, so that we can save the time. So my training has basically finished with the 5 epochs, and as you can see, I have got 98% accuracy, which was 96 in the last epoch. Okay, so now we just have to look at the parameters and calculate them the way they are calculated. All right. Okay, so this is the image that we have from the training. So we have now 2 layers. Okay, so 2 con layers, which consists of one con 2D, one max pool, one con 2D, one max pool. All right. After that, we apply the flatten operation, and then we have the dense, and the parameters we have learned over here are less. Okay, so a question might arise that is less parameters not good as the high parameters? See, not always having a higher number of parameters is profitable. Okay, you might have less parameters and still your network can perform very well, because in the last we had around 1.3 million parameters, but it just yielded us hardly like 96% accuracy. But over here we are getting 98% accuracy, where we have around 200,000 parameters. Okay, so that is not always the case. So the way it is calculated, okay, so I have taken it and converted it into a table where I'll explain you one by one the way these parameters are calculated. All right. So first we have the input, then we perform 784, that is 28 into 28 into 1 parameters lambda 0, because that is input. We feed it to a convolution which is performed like this. So 28 minus 3, that is the number of, like the size of the filter, plus 1. So we have 26 by 26 into 64, that is the number of the channels. So these activations are calculated as 26 into 26 into 64. So that gives us 43,264. The way the parameters learned is the size of the filter. Okay, so height and the width of the filter into 1, that is the number of the previous filters, plus 1 for the bias into 64, that is the number of the current filters. So that gives us 640. After that I apply a max pooling layer of 2 by 2. So it gives me 26 minus 2, stride is taken as 2 by default, plus 1 gives me 13. So 13 into 13 into 64 gives me 10,816, parameters learned as 0. Because it is a max pool. Then I applied one more convolution layer, which gives me 11 into 11 into 64. So this is calculated by 13 minus 3. 3 is the size of the filter, divided by 1, which is the stride taken, plus 1, which gives me 11. And 11 into 64 gives me 774. That is the number of the activations that are there in that particular layer. And the way the calculation of the parameters is done is 3 into 3 into 64. So 3 into 3, that is the size of the filter, height into width into channels in the last layer. So the max pool layer had 64 layers, plus 1 for the bias into 64. Okay, so channels of the current layer. So that gives me 36,928. Then I apply one more max pool layer of 2 by 2. So 11 minus 2 divided by strides taken 2 plus 1, which gives me 11. After that 5 into 64 gives me 1600. Parameters learned 0. Then I flatten the layer. Alright. So 5 into 64 of the last max pool layer I flatten and I get 1600. And later on parameters learned are 0. Now I apply a dense layer of 128. So activation shape is 128. So that is calculated as the neurons in the current layer, that is 128, into neurons in the previous layer, that is 1600, plus 1 into 128, which gives me around 200,000 parameters. Okay, so it is like 204,928 parameters learned. At last I'm applying a dense net which uses the softmax, which is going to classify the digit 0 to 9 very efficiently, and that gives me 10 into 128 plus 1 into 10, that gives me 1290 parameters learned. Okay, so you are actually being able to calculate the parameters by yourself. What else you want in life? Okay, so this is one of the most prominent, I would say, asked questions, because many times they want you to have a deep understanding of the neural network. Okay, they just don't want the things that you learn as the cream. Okay, they want you to have the cake also. If you have your basics very strong, it is very easy to learn the other things. Even if you don't know TensorFlow or PyTorch or any of the framework, but you have a strong understanding of the basics of how the math works, you can easily land into any of the job, because framework you can learn by yourself. It is very easy. It is not very difficult. Okay, implementation aspect is, I would say, in the deep learning is very easy as compared to understanding the conceptualization of the deep learning architecture and everything. Okay, because in today's video you are able to learn how the parameters works, and if this is one of the questions asked to you in the interview, you are going to ace it. Okay, it is very easy. Okay, you can go through the video as many times as you want if you don't understand it. Okay, so this is it for today's video, and in the next video we are going to take an actual image dataset. Okay, so MNIST was a numerical dataset, okay, which I reshaped it into 28 by 28 efficiently, so that we have the grayscale images the way the computer understands it. But we want a real RGB image. Okay, so that is where the CNN is going to show its true potential. So we are going to cover that in the next tutorial. If you like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will get the updates of those upcoming videos. Okay, so this is it for today's video. So I think you might have learned something or the other from this tutorial. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.